How's it going, everybody? Hopefully you all enjoyed that little intro there. I figured it was pretty relevant considering what we're talking about today, which is what guns are best for legendary lost sectors this season. I wanted to talk specifically about which guns you can farm for as a solo player. You don't need to go into any raids or dungeons to get these weapons. They're all available in regular match-made activities. None of them are world drops, so it's a lot easier to farm for these guns. Starting off, I am always going to recommend the arbalest. This gun is just too good overall to not be your pick for barrier champions if you have it, because not only does it one-shot barrier champions, it also destroys every enemy shield type really easily, which means that you can completely focus all of your other weapons on the burn. If you're struggling to get it, just make sure that you're picking up the exotic engram from Xur every single week, because that one is duplicate protected, so eventually it'll drop. Next up, anytime there are overload champions, you're going to be using a bow, because that's the only primary that you can use. So for overload arc, I'm going to recommend the Point of the Stag, because you can just go buy it from the exotic archive kiosk. Really easy to grab, works really well for all of the overload arc burn legendary lost sectors, so go pick this one up, you won't regret it. Next we have Under Your Skin. This one is available at the war table in the helm. It's also available through the Season of the Risen playlist activities, and it's craftable. So once you get 5 red borders, you can craft your perfect roll. So go pick this up anytime there's an overload champion with a void burn. Next up is going to be the Strident Whistle. You can get this one from running Vanguard playlist strikes. My only recommendation is when you're farming this one out, make sure that you equip the Prosperity Ghost mod so that you have an extra chance to get legendary drops from the end of strikes. There's one other strike weapon that you're going to want to go for. It's the 3rd Axiom pulse rifle. Again, make sure that you have the Prosperity Ghost mod equipped. I believe this one is still dropping from strikes. If it's not, please feel free to let me know in the comments, but I believe it's still dropping. It's just what you're going to want to use anytime there's unstoppable champions with an arc burn. Next, we have the Yesteryear, which is the new Void Pulse Rifle. You can get this one from Gambit. You cannot focus it right now. You will be able to focus it next season, but considering that this is a season of Plunder guide, it's not really going to be useful. So just go run Gambit matches, and just like when you're going to do those strikes, make sure that you equip the Prosperity Ghost mod. Lastly, we have the Battler. You don't want to use this anytime there's solar unstoppable champions. You can get this one from Dares of Eternity, and the best way I found to get it is to complete matches and make sure that you're saving your Paraversal Halls and just turn in all of the treasure keys at that first chest, and eventually you're going to get some to drop if you don't already have one. You can craft this one once you get enough drops, which is nice, but again, you don't really need crafted rolls. Legendary lost sectors aren't very difficult. In that clip that I showed at the beginning, I wasn't even using an overload mod. I forgot to put one on, and I was still able to get it platinum flawless. Legendary lost sectors, once you get used to them, once you start running them, they're not very difficult as long as you have the right weapons. Weapon perks don't matter that much. I would say probably like 80 to 90% of the time you're not going to notice a difference between whether you have good perks or bad perks. As far as heavy weapons go, just use whatever you're comfortable with. Make sure that you're always matching your heavy weapons to the burn so that you can kill the boss and champions faster. But other than that, anything goes. I prefer rocket launchers and linear fusion rifles, but you can use a machine gun if you want to use the machine gun overload champions. Hopefully this video helped you out. Let me know if there's anything that I missed down in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.